my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Down, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have
Connected
it.
franchise gameplay, Saints at Dolphins. This is my audio recording.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Miami Dolphins. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 29-yard line.
Choose the mic. All day, dog.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing, Bridgewater. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on second down, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Here I come again.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. It's Hill, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run it with Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw, Bridgewater out to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake, and it's third down.
10 yards to go.
Mike. 180. In your face. 80. 59 Mike. Check. Right.
Now it's Rosen. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Alert.
Here we go on fourth down with Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10 at their own 44. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. He's got Smith here. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. On third down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, Drake, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Drake. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Come on. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, Orbit.
On third down, Rosen. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He's going to field this at the 4. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. That's me.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Come on, QB, come on. Check 99, check 99.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just about on his own goal line. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Rosen to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. To throw is Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Mitch Trubisky, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Kamara trying the right side. And some room to roam now. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Third and goal for Bridgewater. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Brings up third down.
Check, Mike 39. Check. Switch.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got him. 80. Hey, echo. On that. 59 Mike. Check. 59. Yes.
Out of the gun. Here's Josh Rosen. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking that time for Stills, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You. Hug. Twist.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go. Tight 80. Tighten up. Check. What do you got? Time.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Going deep here for Stills. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the curve. Check the backer. Mike's 59. Monday.
Here's Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, it's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Mike's 50. Hey, wahoo! Mike's 50. Hey, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And Stills bringing it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
50. 57 to Mike. Hey, alert. You ain't doing nothing today. Rush in. Check 52. 6-6, bullet high. Alert. Bravo. Hey, check Mike 57.
Now a draw play with Drake. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now Bridgewater. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater looking long for Thomas. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Bridgewater again. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, Haywood!
Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Brings up third down.
Alert. Check hot route. Hot. Motion. Hey, alert. Mike 22, he's 80.
And now it's Rosen looking. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films. They came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 31, Bridgewater. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Check.
Bridgewater. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To the air again with Bridgewater. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. On third down, Bridgewater. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run with Drake, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Rosen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. A Miami 1st down. That one going for a gain of 11. Rosen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A Miami 1st down. That one going for a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Middle. 25, check 25. Check, protein spill. Check, go get him.
On 1st down, it's Hudson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Drake, they get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Pick me up. Here we go. No. Spot.
Back to throw. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Check 3. 218. Chop. Quarter. Monday. Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
On first down, it's Drake. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hug. Hug.
Here's Rosen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rosen to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
Motion, I got one. Watch out.
Throwing now is Rosen. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One last shot now for Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. chance. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long, everybody.
A 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Miami's got the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl. Gone.